There. Messed up at the end there. But anyway, so what I have here is a Demon Effects overdrive preamp, and it's pretty much based on like a DOD 250, you know, which was listed, I believe, as a preamp. But anyway, it definitely has kind of the look of it. So it has level and gain, pretty simple. This switch here switches between 3 different options for clipping diodes inside. So all the way down is silicon, which is like the DOD 250s. Up is germanium, which is like a distortion plus. And in the middle is boost, which I'm guessing is without any diodes in the mix. I could be wrong, but I don't know. So anyway, the SI, the one on the bottom for the DOD 250, gives a little more output because the forward voltage of those diodes is a little bit higher. So it doesn't clip as much and it lets more signal through to the output. The GE, germanium, has a lower forward voltage on the diodes, so it clips a little more, so it's a little more distorted. But since it clips a little more, it doesn't let as much signal through to the output. So that's how they work, but obviously, you know, you can compensate. So I had it on SI. In this here, this switch over here, up it has MR, which I'm not sure what that stands for. I don't know, micro amp? I don't know. Because the distortion plus is with the, you know, GE diodes. 250 is in the middle. And 308 is at the bottom. That's the Ingve DOD. That's just, it tends to be a little bit brighter. A little bit more signal coming out, a little louder and a little bit brighter than just a regular 250, but it's based on a 250. It's very similar. So that's what we have. The controls are pretty simple. So level is just the output volume. Okay, it's actually fairly smooth. With the 250s, a lot of times the level control would cause a little bit of a tone change. In this, it seems pretty even. And then gain. Gain doesn't have a whole lot of range to it. All the way down, it's still kind of gainy. All the way up, it's a little more gainy. It's not a huge control, but you know, whatever. It sounds like a 250. And it was like $39 shipped to my door. So what can you do? Let's check out the different diode boosting. The LED is a little bit hard to see, especially with light. So that's the SI silicon. That's the boost. You can definitely hear a change there. It's a bit brighter and a little more output. It's a little hard to tell because I'm running into a JCM 800, but you know, I mean, if you're going to get one of these pedals, that's pretty much what you're going to be running into. And I already distorted, you know, this is what I have without the pedal on. So anyway, so the amp is kind of compressing it a bit, but there's a definite change and a definite feel change when I play. So now the germanium, definitely a change there too. So it's subtle, but there's definite changes there. The biggest changes with the GE. So here we have it down at the 308. Up to the 250. Subtle at best. And then up to MR, it's a little darker. Okay, so they're all very subtle at best. Okay, but the big thing is we have 9 different options. So this switch down for SI, we have 1, 2, 3. Then this switch in the middle for the boost, 1, 2, 3. Then the germanium, 1, 2, 3. So we have 9 different options here. So that's kind of neat. That, you know, neither the 250 or the Distortion Plus ever had. It just had the 2 knobs. Or the 308, for that matter, also just the 2 knobs. So it gives us 9 different, very subtle options. Then, you know, that's without even touching the level or the gain. So, kind of neat. Definitely worth the $40. So, there we go. I'm going to do a thing comparing it to a 250 clone that I built that I really like. So, we'll see how this stacks up. So, the only real issue is the light's a little hard to see. It's a little noisy, but that's what this circuit is anyway. And the plug in the back, I opened it up. And it's nice because it's all components. It's all through-hole components, so it's really easy if you wanted to modify anything. But the jack for the plug is just one of those little things that's soldered onto the circuit board, and it's not mechanically held on any other way except for a couple little spots of solder. So if you're not careful plugging and unplugging, I'm afraid you'll crack one of the solder joints. So you have to be really careful. But you know what? It's a $40 pedal. And it would be really easy for somebody to, see, that's what it is. Really easy for somebody to just unsolder the power jack and wire up one that's actually with a nut and everything attached to the pedal housing. But those are really the only issues that I have. And, yep, it's on. And for, you know, for less than $40, you can't go wrong.